Hello friends, it's Spicy. Welcome back. First of all, I want to acknowledge that it is a little bit noisy in the background. I live above a noisy street, very busy, and there's also a fish tank in the room, so the gentle sounds of water are hopefully calming, but if not, my bad. I also have a quick little script just like written down to my left over here because there's a lot I want to talk about, and I want to make sure I keep it, in a linear fashion. As you can tell by the title of this video, I am pursuing a career in dance, and it's really exciting, and I'm in a big transitional moment in my life, and I know that this is going to be a huge jumping off point, and I would really like to document this journey and really just be able to appreciate where I started and what happens after this trajectory takes place. As you know, my name is Spicy, and I recently got my undergraduate as well as my master's degree in dance up in Northern California, and then I moved down to Los Angeles to live with my partner, and that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was introduced to a dance company 6 years ago, and this company has always been in the back of my mind as the dance company that I would love to work for. They are incredibly innovative and just so inspiring, and they really appeal to everything that's in this very specific checklist of things that I want to do with my life. This company is called Diavolo Dance Company, and they are architecture in motion. So instead of calling it choreography, it's architecture in motion, as notated by director Jacques Heim. This company specializes in artistry, acrobatics, gymnastics, working within these very large set pieces and using human weight, shared human weight, to create this wonderful spectacle of human strength in combination with emotional artistry under the topics of political and social issues at hand in this world today. This company is everything I want to be doing with my career. This is my dream job. It's just that simple. So when I moved back to Los Angeles, I set a goal to train and eventually audition for this company. I noticed that they are always open to receiving virtual audition submissions where they provide a checklist of criteria for things they would like to review in consideration of a potential performer. Essentially, they are always accepting virtual auditions in supplemental files. These supplemental files include a resume, a headshot, modern choreography videos, improvisation with a set piece of your choosing, which is something like a chair, a bench, or something readily accessible, movement prominently featuring the natural lines of the body, footage featuring acrobatic work, and footage of basic calisthenics, which includes push-ups, burpees, pull-ups, leg lifts, and lastly, a short interview discussing your interest in working with the company and how your individuality makes you the best candidate for this position. I have all of this information now, and I have this training regimen in mind, so I'm gonna start aligning these two things together so that ideally I can audition and get a job with this company. I don't wanna come in with all of this work I have to do. I wanna come in ready and prepared to start rehearsing the next day. I've been ready mentally for 6 years, and now it's time for me to back that up once again physically. I was a gymnast for 13 years. I did diving for a couple years, dance as well for the past 10 years. Choreography is a big passion of mine. I love working with large pieces of architecture. I love doing site-specific dance. So everything that they're asking for is everything that appeals to me. This company is the pinnacle. This is my dream job. I want this, and I'm gonna do everything I can within the next few months to make this happen. With all of this information, I started training immediately 2 weeks ago. 4 days a week, I've been hitting the gym. I also have been doing a training, stretching, mobility kind of regimen, as well as working on my gymnastics and dance technique, just to make sure that I, again, am as prepared as I can be. One of these days when I was at the gym, I was doing my post-cardio cool down, like general stretching, and I was scrolling Instagram just kind of casually. I happened to scroll through Diavolo, and lo and behold, they are holding an audition at the end of July. I cannot explain how excited I was when I saw this. I'm finally in Los Angeles. This is finally my opportunity. I had already said in my intention that I needed a few months to train up for this. And, you know, I knew it was going to be a bit of a process, but I'm also committed to making that happen. And here we are. I thought that this was truly divine timing, that they were holding this audition. Right when I said that I was going to audition and spend this time building up for it, they are now coincidentally holding this audition. So for the next 8 weeks, I will be showing everybody that is interested here what that training process looks like. I'm gonna include you in on my resume and headshot building, the different research that I'm doing to inform myself better about this company, all of the training that I'm doing, including weight training, flexibility, techniques, everything. I want to include everything of this process within this 8-week time period. I'm doing that for you, and I'm doing it for me. I really want to see, again, how far I grow and how much I get better with this very clear intention and direct goal. Clearly, this is a big deal to me. It's a big goal. It's been a live stream, 6 years in the making. I'm taking it very seriously, and it scares me. It scares me to pursue this. I'm scared I'll fail. I'm scared I won't be what they're looking for. I'm scared I won't get it, and I'm scared that it will devastate me. But that's just a part of the process, And in doing this, I hope to inspire others to pursue the things that scare them, because it's such a cliche, but you only live once. You only get one shot in life, and I want to make the most of this moment. I hope to inspire other people to be as bold, if not bolder, because we can all do these things. And the thing that stops us more often than not is what lies between our ears. My mind will not let me accept that fear of failure is good enough a reason to not try. I would rather fail than not try. And I hope you choose the same path. I wake up every morning with Diavolo on my mind. This is my sole focus. This is my goal and my ambition. For the next 2 months, this is it. I wake up, I go to the gym, and I think I am training for Diavolo. So, you might be wondering what an audition looks like, typically, for dancers. Usually, you arrive early. You can never arrive too early. I'll say it again. You can never arrive too early to an audition. There's a famous saying in the theater that goes, if you're early, then you're on time. If you're on time, then you're late. If you're late, okay. So this audition goes from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and you can check in as early as 11 a.m. So I will be there at 11 a.m. I will have my resume and my headshot in hand, and I will check in and confirm my reservation, and they'll also give you a number that is essentially your identity for the day. Kind of sounds bad when you put it like that, but it's a lot easier than memorizing 100 names. As I mentioned earlier, this audition is from 12 to 6, which is extremely long. The longest audition I've been in before that was a 2-hour long audition, so I'm either expecting that they anticipate a large turnout, so a lot of dancers are going to show up, or it's going to be a very lengthy process. As I mentioned, this is a very specific company. They require a lot of specific skill sets, so I imagine that they're going to include modern dance. They're going to want to see improvisation with an accessible prop or set piece. They're going to want to see acrobatics. They're going to want to see conditioning. They're going to want to see all of these things. In a typical audition, you start on the dot. So we will be starting at 12 o'clock. We'll typically learn a movement phrase about 30 seconds to a minute long. You'll repeat the phrase a few times, and then they'll do a round of elimination. Typically when they do elimination rounds, they go half at a time. So if there's 100 people, they'll eliminate 50 people right out the gate. And then from those 50, they'll eliminate 25. From those 25, they'll eliminate 10 until they get down to the number that they want to work with. They are hiring for 3 different types of positions. There's a scholarship opportunity, There's a company position that's called Volo, which is a touring and community outreach program, and I think that one's a little bit more local. And then there's Diavolo Dance Company, which is their actual performance company, which their season starts in October. With these auditions, what they're assessing is your ability to work under pressure and to perform under pressure. It's not so much your ability to retain information and to repeat the steps back to them, but they want to see what happens when you forget the steps. Really, they want to see you. They want to experience your personality more than they want to see, can I do the steps? My assumption is that by the end of these elimination rounds, they're going to then conclude with the interview portion where they ask you why it is that you want to dance for this company and what makes you unique as a performer. Honestly, that's pretty nerve-wracking because you have to sell yourself, especially, I'm assuming, after a 5-hour rehearsal at this point. So you're gonna be sweaty, hot, gross, sticky, and then they're gonna be like, so why do you wanna dance for us? What is most important in an audition, and I cannot express this enough, is that you are nice to other dancers. You are nice to everybody there, period. I don't care if somebody hip checks you or gets in your line of fire, you are nice. You are the nicest person. And that goes beyond just this audition process. You need to be a kind person, period. Your reputation matters in this industry, and that means that you need to be able to work with other people, even if you don't like them, even if you have different perspectives and points of view. The most important thing is that you get along with other people. These are your interpersonal relationships at work, and you need to take it seriously. Just stay in your own lane. Do what makes you happy and focus on yourself. If you start worrying about what other people are doing or how they're acting or behaving, you're already losing. You just need to stay in your lane and focus on you, keep your blinders up, and just, be nice, be friendly to people. If somebody isn't remembering something very well, help them out. I would hope that somebody did the same for me. And there's no guarantee, but I know that that's what a choreographer is looking for, is that we work as a community and we help each other out. We don't watch people burn. At the end of the day, we all want this company to be a success, and if one person is watching everybody else burn, it's not gonna be a success. We need to work as a group and as a collective to make this the best thing it can be possible. That's why these relationships matter. That's why being nice to people matters. I wake up every day nervous and happy. I feel fulfilled pursuing this dream, and I feel nervous that I might not get it. I'm honestly very scared, but yeah, it's something that I know deep within myself that this was intended for me to do, and I'm gonna commit to it. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna give everything I can to this. So that way I know if I get this or if I don't get this, it's gonna be because I gave it everything I have. And if I don't get it, maybe I need to train up for a more amount of time. But at least I know I gave it everything I have, and I mean everything. I will consistently be posting my weekly process of this training regimen. However, I will also be making an extra effort to make sure that I am uploading my art as well, my studio art, drawings, doing the custom shoe design, as well as a lot of other things that I need to catch up on that I have put on the back burner when I was finishing school. So there's a lot of really great creative content coming your way in both dance and art. Speaking of my channel, you might be wondering why it's called Spicy Chicken. You also might not be wondering, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. I was discussing the significance of phoenixes with my partner one day. A phoenix is a mythological creature that is known for self-destructing. They light up in flames, and in those flames fall ashes. Through those ashes, a phoenix emerges and rises again. A phoenix's story is all about rebirth and regeneration. On this day that we were discussing the significance of phoenixes, my partner said, "A phoenix sounds like a spicy chicken to me." And it just stuck. This mythological creature that is so awesome and fantastic is embodied in reality as a chicken. I think it's humorous and yet empowering, a chicken being an animal that one might overlook, that is often comedic in nature, and yet ferocious in its mythological embodiment. I am the spicy chicken. I'm humorous and comedic in nature, but there is a deep ambition and a ferocity to what I do. There's a heavy attack that I take on the things that I feel most compelled by. And this audition being one of them. With all of that being said, I'm going to make a series dedicated specifically to this audition process. I have no idea what to call it. Maybe Dancing for Diablo or Train for Diablo. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. So I would love it if you drop a comment down below and let me know what you think it should be called. I really want to include you as much as possible because I do think that sharing this story will only make it more powerful and more exciting for not just me, but for everybody that's a part of it. Please join me in this journey if you're so compelled to. It could work out, it could not work out. If you want it to work out and you're rooting for me, watch it. If you're not rooting for me and you want to watch me fail, also watch it. Who knows? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Even if I fall flat on my face, I don't feel that all of this effort and energy that I've invested into this will be a waste by any means. And once again, I would love to share this journey with you. Find out with me in these next 8 weeks what's gonna happen. If I'm certain about anything, it's that this will be a wonderful story. There's my cat. Come here. This is her. Want to say hello? Okay, friends, with all that being said, you know who I am, and you know what I do. So like, subscribe, and hit the bell too. Bye, friends.